What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JP back at it again with another video. So today we're going to be talking about the comparisons of the TV show Sandman and the comic book version of Sandman. So here's going to be the absolute, and we have the omnibus. I don't really have the deluxes on me, but we're just going to take a comparison. We're just going to use these as our notes. I am going to be doing a comparison video of the omnibus, of the absolutes, of the deluxe, of everything together, maybe the box set when it comes in next time. So definitely when you see this video, you'll probably see the comparison video maybe like a day or two afterwards. So yeah. So did you watch you watched all the Sandman, right?
Yes, I did. Did you like it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. So the omnibus, real quick. So the omnibus are collected in 3 omnibuses, so right here, so volume 1, 2, and 3. However, the Sandman edition actually has Absolute Sandman 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There is also Sandman Overture. I believe that's after Sandman, and there's Sandman Absolute Death.
Yeah.
So there is 7 absolutes in total if you want to collect the entire series. For the omnibus, they do have Lucifer in the Book of Magic as well. So Lucifer Volume 1 and 2 in Book of Magic 1, 2, and 3 is recently coming out. So there's a lot of Sandman stories out there if you guys want to dive deeper into the Sandman realm and know more about the story. So the absolute, here's the first volume, the absolute. It collects the first, the TV show portrays the first 17 issues. So if you get the absolute, this is the first 16 issues all in the TV show. Same thing with the omnibus. If you get the omnibus instead, here is the first 16 issues. And you have a lot more to go through as well here.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what format you want. This one also has, oversized artwork. So, they always say the absolute is the top tier. It's the best of the best because you get a few extra inches, and every inch matters for David. So
and it does come up with a lot more extras for the absolute than the omnis, because the omnis are usually the stories collected. It does have some, maybe a little bit of the afterwards, as you can see right there.
Yeah. So the extras in the omnibus only has a biography, and that's it. Let's take a look at the absolute. Let's go to the back. I believe there is a lot more sketches and talking about the Sandman. So this is the biography as well, or what does it say?
Miscellaneous Volume 1.
Miscellaneous Volume 1. So a bunch of extras back here talking about the story and how it's made and stuff like that.
Sketches.
Yeah. So if you guys you want everything or as much as possible of Sandman, all the extra contents and stuff like that, the absolutes are the way to go, and it's oversized. So there's that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go take a look. Let's do a comparison. So let's open it up. We're gonna use the absolute because it has bigger pictures and stuff like that. So everything, I believe the TV show portrayed it pretty well. There's very small differences when it comes to the story. They summon him the same and everything. They did a little ritual. They trapped him. Careful for spoilers if you did not watch the TV show or
spoiler warnings. That's right.
Spoiler warning. Totally forgot. Yeah, so there's that. I don't know if there was a raven in this one. Remember, there was a raven that tried to save Sandman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. But yeah, they basically portrayed it true to story. Everything is the same. But besides John Constantine.
Yes.
They changed it to Joanna Constantine.
And the reason for that is because of copyright issues.
Yeah, they don't have the rights for that one. All right, so yeah. So in this one, compared to the TV show, Sandman did fake that he was dead. And in the TV show, when he was I forgot the guy's name, something Burgess, right? When he was in a wheelchair, the husband actually wheeled over the sign, right?
Yeah.
The altar thingy. So that's how he got out in the TV show. But this one, he faked that he was dead or whatever. So they went inside his glass jar to see what's going on, and he started killing them or putting them asleep. So that's the difference there. And he's like, yo, I'm out of here. See ya.
And then this scene is very cool. This scene is very much like the one in the show is very true to that whenever that portal shows up.
Yeah, for sure. And then he was like, yo, I'm same thing in the TV show. I'm going to show you mercy. And then, gave him nightmares forever, for all of eternity. So that was really cool. You also have, Cain and Abel over here.
Yeah.
With their pet gargoyle. What was it? What was it? Irving, right?
Yeah, Irving.
Yeah, but I think at this one they just called him Goldie. They don't really say the name Irving. And when so what's his name?
His name is Goldie at that point. Yeah.
Oh, and here too or no? I don't think so.
Not sure.
Is this Lucian?
Let's see.
Yeah, so he basically came back to his castle. Same thing as you see in the TV show. You see his castle right here.
Yeah.
You see, that's how it's supposed to look like, or is it crumbling?
That's how it's supposed to look like, I guess.
Yeah, now it's crumbling right there. You also talked to the the three witches.
Yeah.
Asked the same questions. They actually said everything almost were exactly the same. So that's really cool. So yes, very true to story. Like if you... in my opinion, I actually like the TV show better.
Yeah?
Only because they changed up the Corinthian story. And I like how the effects when he was dueling with Lucifer. Yeah, so in the TV show, he was dueling with Lucifer, with talking about the whatever it was, comparing I am a beast, I am this, I am that, then I am hope.
Yeah.
So this one he was battling this guy, but in the TV show he was actually battling Lucifer, which was really cool. I think Lucifer, having him as a champion would be cool. I did not if you were watching the TV show, you wouldn't expect him to do a battle of words.
Yeah.
You would expect them to actually fight head on. That would have, that made it more dramatic in the TV show. Like, oh my God, he's about to fight the ruler of hell, stuff like that.
That is actually cool. I think, and that if you watch the show at the end, where Lucifer is I guess spoilers again. If you're ready to attack him, it kind of sets it up much better because now she feels, or he feels offended.
Yeah.
And now it's okay, now I'm gonna get my
exactly.
to attack.
And I like how they put Lucifer in a castle and everything, because in this one they're just standing on top of a bunch of rocks around all the demons.
Yeah.
But I really like how they made a castle, kind of like a throne room, so you could look down and see all the hordes in the TV show. So yeah, I like their portrayal of Lucifer in the TV show a lot better than in the comics. But it's still cool, to see the scene portrayed.
Yeah.
And then what's this? This is the son, the one that went crazy. It's my ruby.
Yeah.
So I like how they did it in the TV show because, man, this is the person ugly as fuck. Not gonna lie. Yeah, but how they did it was actually really crazy as well. I believe the mom died for him. And he went into the car. This one, he put the girl as a hostage.
Okay.
So in the TV show, the woman was not a hostage. She was just trying to be nice, trying to take him places, give him a nice everything, be nice to him. And then in the TV show, it's yo, you're people like you are not common, and you let her go and stuff like that. She was very scared. But in this one, as soon as she dropped him off to where he needed to be, he was blah blah. Now she did. Yeah, he hit her with the blocka blocka. Yeah. So where is it at? Right here. Somewhere right here. There we go. She's rat-a-tat-tat. But I was why would you drop him off if you're scared and just not drive away?
Yeah.
That's the thing. But yeah, same thing with the Sandman. He went and touched Jim, and now he passed out on the floor.
Yeah.
And then I think in this one, he did not notice Sandman, but in this one he did, I believe. He just let him go. It's all right, this is mine now. See ya. And then same thing. That motel scene, episode 5 of Sandman, crazy because that the diner scene.
Oh yeah.
Bro, when you read this diner scene in the comics, I was no way they're gonna put this in a TV show. There's no way.
And they did. I was surprised with that. It almost feels like it's a completely different show because he like that crazy guy is just kind of in the background, and then you guys kind of see the whole story unfold in the diner. I was super impressed with that. I was like, whoa.
Doing the nails, doing the hand, like all this stuff is going crazy. You know, they all killing each other. There was the part when, like, you know, like you something about seeing, and then she stabbed her in the eye, herself in the eye. Yeah. Like, there's no way it's gonna be on the TV show. This is, you know, but they did. That was cool. Like you know what? I'm looking forward to watching more of Sandman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that diner scene, true to story. The only thing that's basically different is just how the character looks. Like, he looks like he's dead, like he's dying, like, you know, pale skin and everything. I'm pretty sure the actor who played him, like, you know, it's like, does not look like this one at all. But the actor who played him did a great job. I forgot his name, though.
Yeah, if you watch Harry Potter, you know he's the character from Harry Potter.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, and this is the same thing, how he was like, yo, this is my Ruby, I'm going to destroy Sandman. And I like how he portrayed Thank You, John. Like, exactly how it did in the TV show as well. So that's very neat. And then I really appreciate this one, the death scene. This one was actually true to story as well. Everything in this issue you see in the TV show, like, you know, he's just taking the Sandman, she's just taking the Sandman around, you know, like, I'll see you later, Franklin. I believe his name was Franklin in the TV show as well.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, I want to see everybody. I like how it's funny when they were catching the volleyball or soccer ball.
Yeah. The girl who they got for death, I thought she did a great job. I was really impressed with her as well. Because I knew, you know, not to be political, but I know, or, you know, whatever, PC, but I know that people were saying, oh, you know, that Death should have stayed true to character. But I mean, Death is Death. Death doesn't really have a skin color.
Yeah.
She's just using that to, like, let's say for John's, or for Dream's sake, to, you know, for people to understand. Yeah. But, you know, it wouldn't matter what skin color they had. But she did a great job. She knocked it out.
Exactly. And then every single thing in this issue was true to story. There's not anything different. And he does like, yo, you know, I feel much better now type thing. You don't see that in the actor as well. He won't be like jumping for joy and shit like that. You know, everything was true to character. And this one was, I believe, you know, worshiping in the past. Oh yeah, so remember when he was in hell? And
he meets that girl?
Yeah, and before he was, you know, he was a different character. He's not who he is now. You know, so that's that.
They reference that. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so they reference it in this, and they don't show the entire story in this one, though. But they reference it. So everything that's in here, I believe, is not in the TV show because you won't know, like, until the very end who these characters are, stuff like that. You know, the Vortex and all that stuff, I believe. And then you have the Dollhouse. So Dollhouse is what's her name? Starts with a J, right? June, something?
Oh, the Vortex?
Yeah, the Vortex girl?
Yeah.
What's her name again?
I forgot. We're just going to call her Vortex.
I know her brother is Jed.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
Jane, I think it is Jane.
Yeah, so Jane, you know, this is all about the story of Jane and everything, all the way up until issue 16 when the episode's over. But I believe everything here is true to story. But the mom is still alive, I think. I forgot. And Lyta, the one that got pregnant, is not really following her around. She did not inherit wealth, I believe. Like how they did in the TV show.
Yeah.
And the one that, you know, got pregnant in a dream is not her assistant and stuff like that. So those are the differences. But all of the people that she rented a hotel room.
That house, yeah.
Yeah, that house with. They're all in here and all true to story. The Sandman character is kind of the same. There are like two people this time. You have the Sandman guy, which is the Hector guy in the TV show. So he's playing Sandman actually. This is Jed, and this is his mom. Yeah. You don't really get much story with Jed either. Like, I really like how the TV show, they portrayed more backstory for Jed and like what's going on with him. You do have him trapped in a basement, but you don't really get a lot of like details about him like how the TV show did.
Yeah, the TV show did really well on that too.
Yeah, and the Corinthian wasn't really hunting the kids. He wasn't hunting Jed, whatever. He just managed to escape because Sandman managed to find out that one of the nightmares was escaping inside Jed's dreams, and he went back to go grab them again, I believe, which is somewhere in these few issues. Yeah, so Sandman was like, yo, you don't belong in this kid's dream, something like that, right?
Yeah.
And he basically took them back and killed them or whatever it is, made them not alive anymore. And somehow, some way, when he did that, it like broke open the basement door and he was able to escape. So that's how Jed escaped in the comics. But I believe, I like how they made the Corinthian want to hunt the Vortex and find Jed, kill the uncle and stuff like that. So I liked how they did it in the TV show better than how it was portrayed in the story.
Yeah.
But this, then again, this is a few decades ago. So, the story is more fleshed out for modern times.
Yeah.
And this one is also true to story. This issue right here, how he's going back every 100 years. Everything here is exactly how it is with the TV show, so I don't need to go deep into that one. You have the Joanna Constantine coming in here as well. You have him talking to William Shakespeare, so that was really cool.
I thought that was a really cool little side story quest for him, and it shows that he, even though he's this entity that's endless, he can still have friends. I was surprised at that at the end too, where he's like, I never keep a friend waiting. I'm like,
yeah.
He does have friends.
That was cool. And I forgot, so how Jed escaped, he escaped, right? So Jed got out. Remember how he busted out because it blew up here? So he actually was hitchhiking and he went into the Corinthian's car. So the Corinthian just took him to the serial convention, but I believe the Corinthian was not looking for him at all. He just gave him a ride.
Okay.
So there was it.
And then this is is that the serial convention?
Yeah, so this is the serial convention. You have the pedo here. But this one, he was not interested in Jed. He was interested in Jane, or whatever her name is again. I forgot her name. So he was interested in her. And you have Gilbert telling the story of Red Riding Hood, the true story of Red Riding Hood, killing the daughter that came by. And then you have all these panels as well. So the Corinthian was not a special guest or not a special host. The Corinthian actually called them to figure out he wants to be part of the convention. In the TV show, they went out to the Corinthian to look for him because he's well known. Everybody worships him. So I like how they made that change in the TV show as well.
Yeah.
Made the Corinthian a much more important person. And I like the people that played the serial.
They were really convincing too.
Yeah. And this guy, I feel like the actor who played this guy, perfect for the role. Matched exact look and everything on the TV show. Even the freaking silly fucking cat ears, whatever. That was so funny, right on point. So everything was good. And then right here. Yeah, so he was just eyeing her the entire time. And he basically knocked on the door and it was room service. Right here. Instead of chasing them down in the hallway. And then I forgot, Gilbert got scared because he saw the Corinthian. So how it is in the TV show, he got scared. But he was like, if you ever get into trouble, he gave her a note and said, just say this name and you will be saved. So that's how it happened. He went in here, tried to attack her, do what people do. And then she was like, Morpheus! And he just pops up out of nowhere and just puts him out. Lights out, buddy! And he was like, block what it's saying. Yeah, so there's that. And in this one, the Corinthian, he has his eyes and everything. That he was doing the speech or talking with people. And the Corinthian was like, yo, trying to fight the Sandman. But it was not as dramatic as how it was in the TV show because Sandman is super OP. The knife did not do any effects to him, and he just turned into a skull. So I like how the TV show, it made him yo, I have Jade or whatever. Your power's not as good as it used to be.
Yeah.
And it was a much more dramatic effect. This one was more the end, boss battle is over.
Yeah.
you know? So that's why I like the portrayal of it better. And I believe in this one, all the serial killers just went about their way. They didn't really you don't really see them killing themselves or having regrets or anything here. So I like how they portray that in the TV show. You know, how they're like having so much guilt and stuff like that. They put themselves out. And this one's at the very end. This is all the same, I believe. You know, her going about her day. You know, like everything's over. I finally got Jed back. They found Jed in a trunk of a car because Jed was just inside the trunk of the car the entire time.
Ah, okay.
So there's that, and then it found out that she, you know, is becoming the Vortex and all this thing. So you don't really know that she's becoming the Vortex until like towards the end. So that, you know, that was just a whole entire story by itself.
Okay.
And then yeah, so you have all that. The mom died, whoever it was, and, you know, took the heart out and everything as well. So that was true. But she didn't really tell, like in the TV show, she's like, yo, I met a guy with golden eyes and stuff like that. She didn't say that in here. At the end of the series, or at the end of the issue, the Sandman just knew. It was just desire messing with him. So everything was here. So he just like figured it out for somehow, some way.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's just, it was a very brief, like, you know,
interaction,
threat. Interaction, stuff like that. You don't really have Lucifer wanting to battle or anything. It just ends up right here with just Desire talking about, you know, random stuff. All right, so basically that's the comparison of TV show and what's collected in the comics. I feel like, you know, with Lucifer setting up as the villain of next episode, or his, you know, his demon horde and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They may change it up a bit more from the comics, because you don't really see Lucifer as a villain here and stuff like that. But
yeah.
Who knows? I haven't read on from this one. No, this is basically where I stopped. Where the TV show stopped, I stopped. Maybe I'll read ahead, maybe not. Yeah. You know, I'll probably just read it when the TV show. But if you guys read the entire thing, let me know what you think about the portrayal, what you think about the comparisons. Do you like the TV show or the comics better? In my opinion, I enjoyed the TV show. I liked it. I like how they changed the characters, the Corinthian. They added more story for Jed and the sister. You know, everything in there as well. They gave Lucien. I really like the actor for Lucien as well.
Yeah.
The Matthew, the bird, everything. So I enjoyed it. What do you think, David?
I did. I enjoyed the little additions they added. I think it definitely created a bigger world or a bigger cast that they can use. Mm-hmm. And, you know, they definitely set it up for the next season with like I said, Lucifer as the big bad and Desire as like the sub bad guy, which you had here as well, which was that guy with the rock or whatever, with the ruby, and then you had the Corinthian as the big bad. Mm-hmm. And it looks like they're actually almost following the absolutes. As you can see, this is where it ends, and then a lot of it is extra for this one. And then, as you see, there's like 7 absolutes or 6 or 7.
So potentially there could be 7 seasons or more, depending on where they go. They can also do spin-off series like, you know, a TV show for Death, a TV show for like Lucifer, because Lucifer is part of the series as well.
Yeah.
They could do a TV show for, well, there's on the bus for Book of Magic. I don't know, you know, what it is. Maybe like, you know, the other characters like Death, Despair, all this stuff. But it looks like the Sandman is going to be a pretty big franchise. They finally made a great TV show. The movies for DC didn't really do so well, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna definitely. What's it called? Go full throttle for the Sandman series, since it's doing really well for them. So, if you guys, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think for DC, they do their shows really well, as we all know. Arrowverse, The Flash, they've been going on for a long time because you get more time to actually flesh out the characters, which I think for DC works for them. Mm-hmm. And then hopefully this will be like a good jumping point for them to start making more shows based on you know, good stories, because they can actually get the time to, you know, flesh it out, make it more developed, more detailed. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, so I know this one, it made a lot of people go into comics. Same thing with Invincibles when the animated TV show came out. People started reading, you know, comics for that one as well. So definitely let me know. Is this one of those stories that you watch the TV show first and I'm like, yo, let me start reading some comics? You know, let me know. But yeah, you can pick these two, the Absolute and the Omnibus, at organicpricedbooks.com. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, hit all that notification bells and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video.